Hi! Before we get started, just wanted to take you out to the garden and show you the poinsettia. Isn't it gorgeous? Here in Florida, and it knows that it's already winter. So look at how pretty it is in amongst the ferns. So now we're going to go inside and we're going to start our tutorial. Okay, today we are going to be making another pocket for our front of our address book, photo journal address book. So we're going to be embellishing and making another gorgeous pocket. So this was the style that we made the other day. So if you want to go back and watch the video on how to do that, with all these cute little tags and tuck spots and pockets, it was really fun. So now today is going to be the front cover inside of the front cover. So this is what we're going to use, and this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of cardstock, 4 by 5.5 inches. You'll need another tag that will be, you can stamp a sentiment on it. This is 2.5 inches by 5.25 inches. And then you're going to also need your scrap fabrics pieces and paper pieces, book pages, inks, distress inks, your glue stick, maybe tacky glue, and if you want to sew it, you can do that as well, and a decorative napkin. Those are all of the elements that we're going to be using in today's project. And the pocket itself is 4.25 by 6 inches. So it's a roomy size, and of course it would depend on the size of your journal and the cover or the page that you're wanting to make the decoration for. So I'm doing this in a vintage boho style. So I'm mixing both of those, and it's going to turn out really, really pretty in the end. So I went through my stash, and as you can see here, this is all of my boho collection that I went through, and I have it all organized into one little basket. So that makes it easier for me, and that was a tip from my friend Linda Coker from our Facebook group Junk Journal Junction. And that's an excellent tip. So all of my laces are obviously organized together. My vintage fabrics are all in bags, in various bags. And so the trims and things like that for just the boho style is put into another area. So that makes it easy when you want to do a boho. Just go grab that basket or box, whatever you're keeping it in, Ziploc bag, and then you can just pull the elements out that you want to use to decorate with. So I went through my paper scrap bag first of all, and I pulled out this piece of pattern paper, just a clothing pattern, and I had scrap book paper, different scraps left over, so I've used those, and again the trims, little scrap cut pieces of fabric, and the tags, I used white cardstock, and I had stamped these sentiments a long time ago, and then the cream colored one. So the tag is, this bigger one will be the tag for the back pocket, and then there's a pocket right here in the front, and then this is a flip up. So it's going to be really, really fun and functional and beautiful all at the same time. So what I've done, and where I'm at now in the process, I've already stitched the back piece and this little pocket here together. So the flip is available, it will open, so just it's stitched underneath here, here, closed up this pocket to make this a pocket here, and then now I'm going to stitch here with some decorative stitching and get all of this adhered together. There's no glue, I've not glued any of this. And it's just little bits of lace and cut up pieces of fabric, as you can see, and little bits of trim, more little cut up pieces of fabric there, a base fabric underneath of that, a pretty mesh netting on top to hold all the little confetti pieces and the smaller pieces of trim in place. And then after I get that stitched, then I'm going to stitch all of this here. So it's a book page, the pattern piece, and 2 fabric pieces that I've cut out. So then on this flip up, So I'm going to just move this off to the side for now. Just to show you, I'll put a solid piece here, and I'll probably just cut it and put a solid piece here, so then this will be a hidden journaling spot. So let me take this over to the machine, and then I will decoratively stitch that, and then once I finish that, I will stitch the other on. Okay, so here's what it looks like now. So all of this is being held in place, and this as well. So we'll put a solid piece back here for journaling, and then I'll trim off all these threads in a little bit. So right now the next step is I want to do the tag for this one pocket. And I like to use antique linen and vintage photo. I just stamp the antique linen first, and then I go to the vintage photo. So we'll take away some of that starkness of the white. And you could do this with a variety of things. You could come in with some alcohol inks, or your gel plate. You can do a lot of things to get this where you could take away a lot of the whiteness from it. Okay, and then now what I want to do is I'm going to add a little tab. So this goes right here in this pocket, like so. Okay, so I mean, it fits really good. So I don't mind it being a little snug. So we're going to take, let's see here, a little piece. Let me get, I want to try to get the scrap paper that I was using. Something of this matches this. Okay, this will work good. All right, so I'm going to take a little piece of this, and I'm just going to staple it to here. I'm not going to sew it. I'm just going to staple it. And I just want it to be where I have a little pull tab. Again, you can put anything on there that you want. So I'm going to put this like this. Put it in my stapler. Now I know that that's not going to go anywhere. Sewing and stapling are your two things that you'll know without a doubt that that's not going to come out. So there, isn't that cute? Very, very pretty. And so I was thinking we'll use some of the art paper. Okay, so here's a scrap piece here. And we're going to just take it from here, right at that corner, right at this corner, just fold it over so that we know we're getting it to the edge. Crease that. Just going to tear it so it has a nice torn edge look to it. Here, we're going to do the same thing and just fold this in. So you just really crease this really, really well with your fingernails, and it makes it a lot easier to tear. As you can see. Oh, right, and then, okay, all right, that looks pretty good. I like that. All right, let's just go ahead and add a little bit of the ink to this. When the paper is so thin like this, it's not as easy to ink. You could take just a scrap piece of cardstock and put behind it to give it some stability if you need to, and then you just ink the paper. Doesn't matter about the other piece. Just bring it in as much as you want, just so that you can get that vintagey burnt edge look. Alright, so now let's trim this thread from there. Don't want to glue that. Alright, so I'm going to first put my Scotch glue stick and I'm going to come behind it with just a little dabs of the Aleene's tacky glue. Alright, and starting with the top, it really doesn't matter, start down here, because if I start here, then I can always tear off if I need to. There it is, very nice. Doesn't that look good? And if you get a little bit of teeny weensy bit of glue down here, like I did, but that's okay. It will just take a piece because it's just the glue stick, and that will dry quickly. Okay, now just fold this, crease where your fold mark is with your fingernail, very easily to do that, and then come around and then now fold it over. Go ahead and trim off any excess thread, and look there. Now you have your hidden journal spot, and you have your little tag. Okay, so that's a tag here, the journal spot here. Okay, now we just need to finish this up, and then this can go in the front of the journal. Right there, like so. And so then you get this tag here. Okay, and then this one is going to be back here, so I just need to trim this a little bit more. So I'm deciding, do I want this to come from the top? Yeah, I think so, instead of from the side. I already have that one. Or I could glue it for the three sides here and have a second one that peeks out here. I think I'll do this. I think I'll just do double. It really doesn't matter at this point. So even if this is here, you can still flip this up. It's not going to interfere with that. Then you've got, okay, I think even though I didn't make the little niche here, I made one over here. So let me decide, and then I can just, so the pull out, I could even actually maybe have it where it just pulls out from here. The little tab would have to be up here. No, I think I'm going to go with the top. Okay. All right, so we'll just glue the three sides. Let's go ahead and do that. And while this is drying, okay. Okay, yeah, I like that better. All right, and then this will go in here. Okay, that is good. Now, all I need to do is trim this down a little bit, so let me do that. And then we're going to decorate this up really, really cute using our napkin. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Marcia, and thank you for being here. And if you're enjoying this video, you would like to be a part of the community, and hit the little subscribe and the bell, and then hitting the like button helps me to get found in search. And I always love to read your comments, anything that you find inspirational, any ideas, anything that's you'd like to see me do in one of my upcoming projects, just let me know by leaving me a comment below. Alright, so first we put this glue stick. Try to get all the edges. And this napkin was from Christina, and I loved it when I saw how the colors were so vibrant, and it's like now finally had the project that I can use this on. Look at it from all angles, so you're making sure you're getting it all the way to the edge with your adhesive. Okay, now I'm going to tear these apart, and it just so happened that there was a corner already beginning to be loose. Normally I would take a piece of packing tape and separate them. And that's it. Okay. All right, let's see. Where, where, when, how, I wanted the green and the yellow both. So let me see if I come here. Perfect. Okay. You can do this in a number of fashions. So I could have put a book page underneath of it first. You could collage underneath of it. But I didn't want to do anything extra like that. I just wanted to put the napkin right on to the cardstock. And now I can collage on top of this. So instead of what you're collaging being hidden under the napkin, you put it on top, and then you'll be able to see it. But again, it can be done in a variety of ways. And now you can use your napkin and get anything that you feel. I felt a little bit of glue somehow got on the back. Okay, so isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now bring this back over here. Now the more fun comes into play for us to be able, let's just slide that in. Okay, yeah, see, slides in very, very easily. Needs a little bit of, after this is all dried, I'm going to go over it on my machine with some decorative stitching. Alright, so now we get to come in here with some fun. Alright, so we can come with the book page, tear it for right about here, and then we're going to also use our napkin. of the napkin. Put the book page on top of the napkin. And I want to use another one of my inspirational words off of this one page. Okay. I want to use the word inspire. Cut it out. This has like a little bit of a shadow behind it, so I'm trimming away the white so that you can just see the image without that. Okay. Ink the edges of these. Glue under my fingernail, just give me a second. Need something behind it. Come in here with a little bit of this because the other side is way too busy. Okay. This, decide where you want it, how you want it. Okay. That easy, just like that. Not difficult at all. Alright, so I'm thinking, not sure. Let me see if I can do this. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm outlining this pattern paper because it's very thin. I don't think that the glue stick will be able to, so I'm going to just then come in here and put the glue on the inside of where I just outlined it. we can lay this piece back down like so. There we go, perfect. That looks nice. Okay, now we can come over here with these two pieces, and I'm going to use the regular bottle of the tacky glue. And then once all of this dries, then I'll be able to stitch it. But I'm not going to attempt to stitch it right now. That would mess up my needle. I kind of like put it on and then smear it with the tip. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to just layer that, put that where we would like it. Move it around a little bit if you need to. Very nice. I like that. That looks really good. It's simple, cute. Okay, the back of it is your other journaling spot. And now for the top. Fold this piece. And I think what I'm going to do this time is let me go ahead and get a piece of the twine, and I'm going to lace it through there, but then I'll staple it into place. Let me get a little piece of that. Alright, so you just take your twine, okay, get it inside of here. And then you can take your tab, bring in the stapler, make sure you have your twine up out of the way. You can look and see where you're stapling. Alright, now you can tie this into a little knot. And if you want to hide it, just pull it through like that. Of course, trim off the ends. And now we have finished another tag with something beautiful that matches the colors that we're using to go into this pocket. Okay, looks like glue, something's catching it down in there. Let me see. Ah, could be this part here. Alright, let me get something that's a little more, no, that's too big. Need something a little more rigid. Sometimes if the glue gets to where you don't know, and then it will impede. Ah, okay. No? Okay, we're good. Okay, alright, here. Okay, yes, okay, that's what I need. That's what I need to be aware of. I always keep a butter knife in my room too as well. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so alright, so I have to come over here to this width, this area here. Okay, come over here as far as I can. try this again. I'm really going to be bummed out if it's too tight. I'm running into that. Okay. That's what happened. And now I already have that one on top of there, so I can't tuck him in here. He's too big for that pocket as well. Okay, the only thing I could do is if I trim down both sides and trim it right up to the edge of the book page there. Let me see if I do that. It looks like it should fit. I guess I'm going to put something over here. Yeah, I'm lifting it up and doing that. Yeah, just seems like I've gotten too much. No worries, no worries. Okay, so we're just going to trim it down both sides. I guess I'll just go ahead and cut it with the scissors because if I try to do it, it's too wet. Now let's see. Oh, see. Much better. Okay, there we go. So I didn't have to cut both sides off. That's good. I don't mind. I like it like that. That's fine. So there you go. Sometimes you just have to do, and I mean, you don't need this. I really don't need this on. I can still get a hold of it fine with that. So I'm going to just take that off. Okay, I like it like that. It doesn't need anything else. Okay, so there we go. So we have the 2 tags made. Our little hidden journaling flip up spot. Decorative, nice, just beautiful decorative piece there. So your tag here. Your tag with your sentiment over here. So it just all works out beautiful and fit in there perfectly. Didn't it? Yes, I think it did. So thank you for being here with me today, and we will make a next video. We will probably come in here, and I'm thinking I want to do something with this fold out map page. So we're going to decorate this map page here, and we're going to put something, a pocket here, a belly band. So we're going to just really come up with something fun that we can do with that. So both ways, when it's opened, both ways is going to look really pretty. Okay, so thank you for being here with me today. Keep creating in the sunshine. Stay safe. Bye-bye.